Hi guys, so today I'm going to try out some new items from Spellbinders from their Open Road collection. So these are the pieces I have here, and they were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. So, the image on here is actually a different vehicle, but I want to show you a very similar feel in that with the balloons. And then we have the stamp set that you can, mix and match whatever letters that you need to make whatever words. So on the back here, we have like happy, then birthdays, we have happy birthday. We have the little vehicle, wherever you go with all your heart, Confucius. And this is the Open Road Sentiment stamp set, again a photopolymer stamp set with all these different letters to help you create whatever different wording you like. It's really sweet. They have this little circle, and again you can pair these things up, and it doesn't even have to do it with the balloons over here. It's just something else, a little artsy. Might go with some other pieces. I do have the embossing folder, and I used this recently on the Artful Tulip card, so I'm going to use that one today. It does the little clouds, which are so sweet. And then the Open Road die itself. So we have the little convertible, some little pieces to make it come to life, of course. And then we have balloons, and I believe those are the wheels, and some other accent pieces. And this one does have the packaging that you would see normally. So that's just kind of what they're showing you, and they're showing some inspo, right? So you have your car. And then, the different little decorative pieces, you can see what's going on here to add those. Oh, that is so tongue-tied. I was just saying that is so cute and sweet, and I'm not even sure what I said. So there's that. And perhaps for the sentiment, after I do my little letters, I might use one of these swallowtail tags from the Celebrate You collection. To, add on a sentiment here. So what I'm going to do is grab some card bases, or a card base, I suppose, some cardstock, and we'll go from there. We'll get our little balloons done and all that. So I'll be right back. Real quick, just to start off, I have a standard A2 size card base. It's actually from the Spellbinders card kits, and that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. So you make a standard A2 size. And then have this piece of cardstock. It's like a pearlescent blue cardstock. That's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 if you don't like working in eighths, or you want to mat it a different way, you can do 4 by 5 1/4, whatever you like. Of course, you can mat it up several different ways. I'm going to run that through this Head in the Clouds. So I'll run that guy through. I'll probably spritz it with a little bit of water because this paper is super thick, so you want to just break up the fibers, and all that means is just like a little spritz bottle like this, just a little bit, not too much. You don't have to soak it, just a little bit, and then run it through, and we'll have that. So that's this. I think... Oh, sorry. For the convertible, I'm going to make it pink, because why not? And then to make it shiny, I'm going to do the trick we haven't done in a while with the packaging tape. And let me see about how much tape I need. So this is the body of our vehicle, so we need that. And that's how much tape I need. And just to make it shiny, of course, if you have shiny paper, or if you don't want it shiny, that's, all up to you. You don't really have to stick it down, because by the time you run this through a die cutting machine, it really presses into there and it'll adhere it all together for you. So I have that. And then let me cut this out and do the embossing, and then I'll be right back. After a little spritz. Looks great. And then let's check this little guy out. Aww. So you can leave those pieces embedded if that's something you want to do. I'll debate it. I'm thinking about it. I might leave them there. But if you wanted to, if you want a paper piece back in, you can run this through also like a white, paper or black paper, whatever it is that you want to give you these little accent pieces, as you can see here. So, maybe I'll run it through again with black paper. Sorry, I was just kind of like thinking, I think I'm going to leave those pieces there. I like the way it looks like texture instead of, something else. So we'll work with that in just a minute, but leaving it all together. Let me clean up just a little bit, and, well, let me go ahead and cut my accent pieces, I suppose, for the car itself. So, of course, our wheels, whatever color, black, I would say. We need 2 of those. This has all our little pieces. If you want to add in some other ones like this silver on top of that, gold or gold and silver, whatever it is you're going to do. I'm going to do all this out of silver paper. And then these other little portions that look like lights, like these kind of fun things if you look. There's just different pieces. I'll run through yellow paper, and then we'll see what we want to add as detail. Okay, I'll be right back. Some of the smaller pieces. I don't have the yellow pieces cut quite yet. Let's start putting some of this together. So we have our card base, and I'm going to use that tape in just a minute. I'm just going to stick down our background. And I also have the little cloud dies that we can pop on here for a little more texture, a little more something back there. So let's pop this on here. And we'll have that. And then I have the little cloud dies here. So what I'm going to do is actually run those through maybe some pearlescent white paper. Maybe just flat white. We can do flat white. And just here and there, maybe just a couple of these little guys. Look at all these different sizes. They're so cute. So if I had maybe that guy there, maybe this little guy here, and then our little car will be kind of in here, and with the balloons that kind of go up a little bit. So let me cut those two out. Nice puffy white clouds. Well, you know what? I'll use this paper. It's like a textured white paper I have here in my basket. So I'll run these two guys through, and I'll be right back. And ran that back through some silver again because we do need the two pieces for the tires. Oh my goodness. How cute. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this one down just to commit for now, but the other one I'm probably going to put a little dimensional behind. So for now it's something like that. This little guy, I'm going to stick it down so that the little pieces aren't going to pop out. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of packaging tape. That's like the only clear tape I have. Otherwise everything's washy in this house. Let me see. Just pop this on there to help keep those pieces where they are, basically. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of build this out on the back with a little bit of this clear tape, and I'll be right back. So I just put the tape back there to hold those pieces in, and the little pieces that are kind of sticking out here, I'll just trim that away. And trim that away. Sorry, I gotta get closer to me so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we have that guy. And let's go ahead and start mounting up these here tires, or wheels. I always forget what's wheels and what's tires, like it belongs if it's on a bike or something, or just a different part of it. We have this guy. And that already has a center, but we also have this little spoke, and again, you can cut it out a different color if you like, or I'm just going to keep with the silver, and it'll just be two different, you know, just another piece of texture there with that silver. I'll do the same thing for this little guy, and I'll be right back. This is really, you know, has that plastic coating. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on here and get those wheels down, give them a moment to really set up, because it's going to be so slick. So I'll put these little guys in there, and there are like score lines that you can see where the wheel should be placed, so it makes it very easy so that they look nice and where they should be. Oh, I love it. Again, I'm gonna let them set up really well because it's gonna take a little minute. Along with that, I can put our little bumper and front portion there on. Bumper and fender? What does Vianney know about cars? Not much. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to place this guy right here. I'm putting the glue on the surface, but if you want to put it on your piece, you know, go ahead and place this however it is that you like for it to look, or wherever you want to put it. I'm going to put it a little further out. There's that one, and then wondering, okay, I think it goes like in here, possibly. This other little guy. Well, you can actually just take the same fender piece if you want, or whatever, or don't use it. Whatever that you want to dress your little guy out with, and yeah, why not? Okay, and then from this side, there's a couple portions here. So again, you know, do you want to have like light bulb color? Do you want to have just clear or yellow, or, you know, that same metal around this area? So I'm going to run this through to get some silver, and I'm going to run it through to get this in like a yellow color, and I'll be right back. From this guy, I just want this piece. It's like the larger one that has like two little areas. I don't know if you can tell in the back, and then it has like a little bump that looks like a light bulb. And then this piece, I'm going to layer over that. And that'll be our little light there. Oh, so cute. So let's put that there. Maybe a little more down there. You go. And then we're going to pop that on here. And I'm not convinced that with the packaging tape that it's still dry quite yet, so I'm going to place that where I need it to be and just keep it there. I might pop this piece under. There we go. Aw, so cute. Okay, I'm going to wait till this is more set up and I'll be right back. I still have my little piece that's going to go back here. I'm going to keep these separate here for a moment, put those to the side. And with these guys, what I'm going to do is stamp yay, and then we have other fun things to go along with that. So I'm going to do YAY, and I mean, you can definitely heat, you know, emboss set them if you would like to do that, so they're shiny. You can do the packaging tape trick, you know, stamp it, put the little packaging tape, and then run it through with the dye, and then you have shiny balloons. I mean, there's lots of fun ways to play with these, but I'm going to take these little guys. Oh, they smell so good. And just stamp. I think we'll do blue. Oopsie, let me do that again. There we go. Blue. And then pink A and lavender purpley Y. And here's my A. I'm gonna let those set up just a minute because that's VersaFine ink and it just takes a while to set up, but I'll be right back. Okay, so we have a couple different balloons here and I'm just gonna cut them out. You just eyeball it, they don't have to be perfect, they're balloons. So there's that one. And then, you know, the A, and then I'll cut out the other Y and I will be right back. So if you want to tie these to twine or some kind of little string, take a moment to do that. Maybe you have another die set that has balloon kind of like squiggles. That'd be really great too. What I'm going to do is, before I move on to that, is put a little dimensional adhesive on the back of this guy. And I'm not even sure that the glue is dry quite yet, again, because of that plastic. But I'm going to put some dimensional on the back of this. And a little bit here and there. And I'll be back. I'm just going to frame this out a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to use actually black and white baker's twine. I think it's going to look really cute. Now this is going to take me a minute. What I'm going to do is not fiddle with tying them on there. What I'm going to do is like just make a little knot or a bow, whatever it is that you want, whatever you think looks the best. But honestly, you can probably just tie them on there pretty well. They do have like a little, you know what I'm saying? Like that little nub. You can definitely tie them on there. What I was going to do is just make knots and then glue them on so it looks like it's tied on there, which is fine. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, just pull them tight and then leave yourself, well, I already cut this one. I forgot I already cut it. So leave yourself a good length because I don't know exactly how long I need that to be. That one's probably a little bit too long, but the next one, again, just a little tie. And then I'm going to tie them to this piece of the little piece of the car, right? That looks like the little rack or whatever on the back. Okay, I'll be right back. So I have those. And this is just, you know, I thought this would be cute. So I'm going to take this whole thing. So the knots are up here. And actually this one's way too high. So let's bring it down a little bit. You do want to kind of pay attention to what you're doing here because once we tie it, you know, this is going to be on there. Sorry, like taking a second to see about how far up I would want these guys to be. You know, out here. Maybe in here. So I'm going to take a little knot, of course, this end, before I put that little rack in. Still paying attention, making sure we have plenty of length over here, because once you tie it, like I said, you're pretty much done. So I don't want too much, but I want some, right? And then this little guy I'm going to put right in here, right into the hole that we created. And just give him a pull, make sure everything's, it's not going to come apart, so it's not the biggest deal. I'm just putting them on there. How cute! Oh my gosh. And I don't need all of this, so I'm going to trim off just a little bit. And then this little guy I'm going to stick to the back of here. So do you want these pieces in the front and stick this down? Wherever it is that you want But I'm basically going to put a little bit of glue. I'm going to hold this forward. And I'm going to have to hold this for a little bit because we have that there, and I'm going to glue it here. So I'm going to hold that down until it's set up, okay? It's probably going to fall off when I go to pause the video, but there it is. Okay, I'll be right back. So I went ahead and held that on there quite some time because it's a slick surface and we have this whole bulkiness here. And then I put a little piece of foam there just to help hold it on because I don't want that to come apart later. And oh my gosh, how cute. I'm gonna put it like right down here, maybe a little bit more. Oopsie. To the left. A little more over this way, buddy. So cute. So it's foam everywhere there, helping pop that up. And then we have these little guys, and I haven't glued these down yet because, you know, I'm not sure. Actually, I think maybe the clouds are just gonna... I was gonna pop this one up, but you know what? We have all this, so I'm just going to put that down flat. There we go. And then we have our little yay. Again, wherever we want to put it. And then just make sure that your little strings can reach to them. Oh my gosh. So cute. Okay, actually I'm going to put this blue one over here. That way the purple pops off the blue better over here. And then this little guy in the center. And then these little guys, I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue. You use hot glue, you can definitely do that. And just kind of line them up a little bit. Oh, no, not that one. Well, maybe this one. Got to bring this down just a little bit and let that flow a little nicer. So I'm going to hold that down. And then same thing with the other guys. I'm just going to join them up with their little balloon and hold it, and I'll be back in with you guys. I'm not doing one at a time. It's better to, you know, hold down all of them. That way you're not spending however many seconds on one, then the other, you know, just like this. How cute. There's a lot of movement in this. So adorable. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so super adorable. And then, you know what? You're off to great places. Like, how awesome is that? So I'm going to stamp this one on some white paper, and I'm still going to use the swallowtail, but I think I'm going to cut off the tag part, the little part that makes it a tag, so it's just this piece. So I'll use this. I'm going to stamp it, and I'm also going to cut it out, I think, of a black, just so I can drop shadow and it'll pop off the page or the card a little nicer. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to run this through some black paper, and then once this is all set up, I'll come and boop, run that through too. Okay, so I was going to use the swallowtail dies, but they're a little too thin, you know, for the wording, the way the wording's placed. So I'm just going to, well, I did use one of the little cloud dies just to cut that out. And I'm just going to put that right here. Oh, so sweet. Let me over just a little bit. And I guess I should see if it's straight. There it is. Put a little dimensional adhesive on the back of that. Really sweet. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit of that trick there to make your little paper shiny. Again, you can do the same thing with the balloons. It'd be really sweet. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. So images coming up, guys, and I'll have the links in the description box, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.